The Carter 5 by Lil Wayne. It's been about 7 years since we got an official album from Lil Wayne. The Carter 5 is finally here after a 5-year wait. He started working on the album in 2012, and after multiple pushbacks and a lawsuit with his label, Cash Money, it's finally here. Did Lil Wayne live up to the expectations? Here's our honest review of The Carter 5 by Lil Wayne.
The Carter 5 by Lil Wayne.
Yeah, man.
Started working on this 2012, man.
That's
long
wild.
time.
That is wild.
And then even after he said it was done, Birdman was on some bullshit.
That's so messed up.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
But it's here.
It's here.
How do you feel about this album artwork, man?
It was cool. I mean, when it comes to album artworks with Lil Wayne, I was never really like impressed because it's always just like, you know, a throwback picture, something symbolizes where he's him or whatever like that. So when I saw it, I was like, okay, it's gonna be surrounding him and his mom, and I got that vibe from the album, so I thought it was appropriate.
Yeah, this looks like an outfit my mom would have wore back in the day when I was a kid.
Okay.
Yeah, album artwork's cool.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those baby pictures that's in everybody's, you know, catalog of pictures. You know, nothing too big about it, nothing negative to say about it.
Right.
Flow of this album, man, how you feel about the flow of this?
You know, at first I was daunted because I was like, what is this, 23, 24 songs? And I was just like, bruh, it's about to be a lot. But then I was just like, you know, we ain't had Wayne in a long time, so he can do that. But for the most part, I thought the album held together, even though it was extremely long. And I thought it did, it had a good flow to it. You know, even though the amount of songs it had a really good flow to it. And I thought, you know, it was appreciated. It didn't like turn me away or nothing like that.
Yeah, the flow of the album, the one thing I want to point out though is this is probably Wayne's most personal album since he started.
Exactly.
Like you go back and you can listen to The Block Is Hot or Lights Out, and he used to kind of talk about more personal things, but he kind of got away from that for a while and just started rapping in general.
Yeah.
And so this is kind of like a nod back to that. And the way the album starts off, it starts off very heartfelt, you know, with him and his mom.
Yeah.
And then I get the same vibe with the XXX feature. And that song is really fitting.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
really
and
is.
then even after that, like he kind of makes sure he gives you a nice blend of up tempo, you know, chill songs and then hype songs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think he did a good job with that. And there's a few missteps on the production tip on who he decided to work with. Yeah. We'll get to that on the lowlights with me. And but other than that, I like the flow of this album a lot. Highlights, man. Highlights for me on this joint. Don't Cry featuring XXS and Tancian. That was dope. I don't know how long ago they recorded that. I'm getting the vibe that he had the song already, but once X died, I felt like they may have went back, did it over. You know, that's just a vibe I got. Yeah. Uproar with Swiss Beats on that joint. That joint got me amped. I was like, I can't even imagine if this joint was playing in the club.
Bruh. Be honest, you didn't want a Harlem Shake when that came on.
Nah, I mean, because I was just like, really? He did the special delivery and he put better drums on top of it? You know, it is what it is. I like Can't Be Broken, Dark Side of the Moon. Him and Nicki Minaj sound great. Nicki sounds amazing on this song singing.
We got to talk about that.
Nicki sounds great on this song. She even agreed. Like, she was just like, yo, Nicki sound really nice on that song.
Okay.
Mona Lisa featuring Kendrick Lamar. Do I gotta say anything?
Do
I gotta tell y'all how great that fucking song was? Like that joke was hilarious, man. Especially when Kendrick raised his voice. It's like, man, are you fucking that good? Yeah. Like, let me look at your
He got him on your ringtone too.
Watching all his video, like that joke was funny. Famous featuring Reginae Carter was really dope. I liked his daughter singing on that. Open Letter was another joint. Dope Niggas featuring Snoop Dogg. I love the beat transitions from the joint to explosive. That was really dope. Start the Shit Off Right featuring Ashanti and Mac Main. Ashanti sounded great on this song. Mac Main wasn't necessary, and it was cool to hear Wayne back with Manny Fresh. As soon as I heard the beat, I knew
he was on.
It was a Manny Fresh beat. I knew it. Dope New Gospel featuring Nivea. That joint is fire. Yeah. And then also Perfect Stranger was good as well. Mess is really good as well. Yeah. And then Let It All Work Out. I love the way they use sample. Yeah. It's a great song too. It's and I know that was a lot of highlights, but shit. I mean,
it's 23 songs.
Yeah, it's 23 songs. Give me a break.
Yeah, man. As soon as it came on, Don't Cry, I was just like, yo, I wasn't expecting the features because I didn't even look at the features.
Your eyes were sweating?
Huh?
Your eyes were sweating?
Man, it had me a little bit tearful, man. I ain't gonna lie. It was a little bit moving, man. And I thought it was an appropriate use. Like you said, we don't know when this was recorded but you can tell that this wasn't something that was just put together just because X passed, because that's like you get to feel with these X songs now. But I thought it was very appropriate. It fit in with the beginning of the album, and I just love how, you know, he said, I forget how the chorus went, but it was kind of like speaking to X in a way.
He's saying he wanted a XXX hotline.
Yeah, I like how he did
phone line to him.
Yeah, I thought that was really dope. Dedicate, I thought was another good way to get back into Wayne's personal signature style of flowing. Then Uproar came on. I was just like, yo, like I ain't gonna lie, I got real hype. And it's just like with this album, it was a lot of that, because it kind of took me back to when like I was in high school, hearing a lot of Lil Wayne and everything like that, the ones I did like and everything. So it was like good trying to hear that sound, because you don't kind of hear that sound no more right now. Mona Lisa, man, yo. Mona Lisa. When it started out, just even with Wayne himself, just going in, like, I think that's the side I like when I hear a Wayne, when he's telling a story, and like he can do that same thing like Kendrick, make you picture the story because of how he's talking and how he's flowing. And then Kendrick just murdered it. Like they were on the same level to me. I wouldn't put no one higher than the other. I thought that was the perfect match for both of them, and that was so great. I liked Open Letter a lot. Open Letter, that was really cool. I like that a lot. And Famous was really great. Dope Niggas, at first I didn't like how Snoop Dogg came in, because I felt like it was just thrown in there, but the more I listened to it, I appreciated it a little bit more. And like I said, Start the Shit Off Right was good. Hitters I enjoyed as well. Hitters was really, really dope. That was really dope. And Perfect Strangers and Let It All Work Out, perfect. Good.
Low lights, man. Look, I got two for you.
Okay.
Just two.
Just two.
Let It Fly featuring Travis Scott. I know you guys are in love with Travis Scott after his last album. What was that called?
Astro World.
Man, we do too many albums, man. Forgot already. And I thought the album was pretty cool. What the fuck was that, man? What was that? Like, it felt like 100% Travis Scott song that Lil Wayne just got on.
This is one of the old ones too. They said they recorded this in like 2014.
Well, I felt like this should have been left off the album. I felt like this definitely should have been left off the album. Okay. I would have been perfectly cool with that.
I agree.
I forgot to mention that Demons was another one of my favorite joints.
Yeah, that was good too.
Okay, and also Problems, man. As soon as I heard the beat, I was just like, is this Zaytoven? And sure enough, is Zaytoven? I was just like, oh my god, don't do no bullshit on here.
Yeah.
And he proceeded to rap like Future. And I immediately got a headache. And there were parts of the song where he actually did change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But that was so annoying to me.
Yeah.
I will never listen to that song again. That nor Let It Fly. That's it. Only low lights for Lil Wayne's album. How about you?
Yeah, same here. Let It Fly. I could do without that song. As much as I like Astro World, I don't like Travis Scott on that. And Lil Wayne was cool on it. He kind of saved it a little bit, but I wasn't enjoying Travis.
Too late. He only came in like the last minute of the song.
Dark Side of the Moon, I was not feeling Nicki's voice.
Really?
I like Wayne more than that on Nicki on that. I thought Wayne actually carried the song with his tunes and his harmony to it. But when it was Nicki, and this is just not no hate, but
why you hating on Nicki, man?
You know what I mean? I just feel like she does a little too much when she does her vocals, and like it just kind of took away from the emotion I was getting from Wayne. So that's just the only thing. I just think it wasn't a good balance for both of them. I would have liked Wayne probably with somebody else on that song. And the only other one was Open Safe. Like, as much as I like his flow on a song, I just hate when rappers do every verse with nigga and everything like that, because it's a little bit too simple for me. But other than that, that's it.
Stay Mobbing is fire though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't about to tell me no. I don't know how many times he said nigga on that song.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a little personal quick stuff. But other than that, yeah, that's it. Everything on this was great.
I'll say what I said in the car. Dark Side of the Moon, like, I like the way Nicki sounds. I'm just curious to see if they did it live, because she do it without a backing track. Because like she sings a lot on tour and stuff and videos I've seen, but anytime she sings, she definitely has a backing track.
Okay.
And it's like I'd actually rather see if she actually can sing live. You know, just to see if it's just something that she really, because I'm pretty sure she can hold a note, but like some of the stuff she was doing, it sounded like it might have been studio work.
Yeah.
Just curiosity. It doesn't change how I feel about the song though. I think the song is dope, and I think she sounded great on the song. Final thoughts, man. My final thoughts for this album is Wayne is back. Unfortunately, this might be his last album according to him, like his last album as just Lil Wayne. maybe not. Maybe things have changed since he's finally free of Cash Money Records. If this was him going out, I think this was a fitting way for him to go out. He sounds just as ferocious and as intense as he did in the Carter 2 and in the Carter 3 and the Squad Up mixtapes.
Right.
You haven't heard that Wayne in a very long time. Like, he's even doing like where he's rapping and ending every verse with every bar with the same word, and actually still telling the story and making sense. And that's not an easy thing to do. And you can tell, like, it took a lot of effort out of him because, like, he hasn't done that in a long time. Like I said, normally he raps in general about everything, and for him to be talking about his mom and his kids and his daughter and stuff like that, and his baby mothers and life and his addictions and like these are things Wayne usually doesn't touch. Like most people forget that he even has kids because he doesn't really talk about it much.
Right.
But it was a completely eye-opening thing for me to see for Wayne, and it was good to see that he's been maturing as an artist, and I'd like to hear more. But if this is the last Wayne project we get, I still think this is a fitting way for him to say, you know, bow out of the game.
Yeah, man. I thought that this is a very, very personal album, and that's why I gravitated more than I thought I would. Other than that, he shows that he still has that prowess on the mic. You know, he has that presence there that is undeniable. I mean, you know, he's going to find a way to pull you in. And to me, with most of the songs, like, you know, I was never a real big fan of Wayne singing and everything like that. But on this album, I think he really captured that, like, to a T. Like, I think he's perfected that side of him. And I really gravitate towards that because, you know, that's not an easy thing to do. And, you know, for him to have a balance of all these different type of songs on here, I thought he kept it up for the most part. And, you know, like I said, this is the last one. This is a fitting way to go out. And it just shows, like, you know, he has a staple left here on hip-hop, for real. Even if you're not the biggest fan of him, he's going to make you remember him, for real.
Final grade, man. First thing I want to say is I agree with Chance, because Chance said to him this album was Wayne reclaiming his shit. And I got to agree with that because Wayne has been like one of the most bit off of artists. Like, this whole generation of rappers right now is pretty much offspring of Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He doesn't really get enough credit for it.
No.
But he basically showed throughout this project and even like bypassed stuff that he's done in the past and even made like better versions of it and being just as sharp as he used to be back in the days, and even doing things better, working with dope producers, and he was killing everything. Like, even some of the beats that I was like, I'm not 100% sold on the beat, he still decided to kill it, and I love that. Lil Wayne definitely gets a check from me. This is definitely Lil Wayne's best album since the Carter 3.
Yeah, man, it's a check for me. I feel like this was a nice balance of music for any type of Lil Wayne fan. He gave you, you know, the emotional Lil Wayne, funny Wayne, serious Wayne, all of that, man. And I just think that for the amount of time we had to wait, I thought, you know, I was intending for this to sound very dated. And while some did, it didn't really sound like it was too lost out of time. And I thought it fit very well. And I think that kind of helped it too, because, you know, we haven't heard this type of sound really in a while, so it was kind of refreshing to hear in the hip-hop climate today.
Yeah, because I was really worried when I heard that he was keeping a lot of the old material, because I'm just like, man, that's not gonna sound, but yeah, like, it sounds like he put it together yesterday.
Yeah,
like, because when I heard that Uproar with Swiss, I'm like, did they just make this? Because this I don't know. I mean, that song could definitely play in the clubs back in the day too.
Yeah.
So
well, yeah,